What's up, everybody? This is Kelly, the Crypto Mom, Crypto Kelly, and I am coming to you with a video regarding Bitcoin and the scam that you are hearing that it may be, the Ponzi scheme that you are hearing that it may be, how it is in a bubble that's about to burst, and how it is going to crash and leave everybody broke, embarrassed, and ashamed. This video is going to talk about that. We are going to go in deeper into what we're hearing, what we're reading and seeing, and how we can interpret that. Is that something that we should be listening to? Should we pay attention to what the naysayers are saying? Do they know something that we don't know? Let me start off by saying, first of all, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to those who celebrate, and I hope you get all your shopping done. I am not a financial advisor. I cannot tell you what to do with your money, nor will I. Will advise you not to invest more than you can afford to lose with anything in cryptocurrency. So, have y'all read everything I've read? I mean, it is out there. Bitcoin is a scam. Bitcoin is gonna bust. People are gonna be broke. Oh my goodness, it's so many articles. It's so much coming on the interwebs, the TV. And let me just tell you something, guys. Everything evolves. And whenever there's something new, those who don't understand it will always try to either make you feel that it's not going to work, or they may just be scared themselves. They may want to invest but just don't know what to do. So it's just easier to maybe just pass it off as something that will not work. This cryptocurrency has made many instant millionaires, some as young as 17 years old. This is an opportunity and the biggest transfer of wealth in the history of mankind. This is bigger and can be bigger and probably will be bigger than the gold rush. So I just want you to understand, try to wrap your head around what is actually happening with Bitcoin, okay? So unlike the tech boom and the tech bubble, the dot-com bubble, this is different. This is not something that you can explain away as being something that can just crash. For those of you who are seeing articles out there that are saying that basically Bitcoin is only as strong as the people that are in it, that is not true. To a certain extent, obviously anything is as strong as the people that are in it. Any kind of business that you have, you're only as strong as the people that are interested. So that is true of every business and every industry. It takes us to make the world go round. It takes our dollars and our interests, our support to make anything happen. So if that's true for Bitcoin, then that's true for a bakery. Okay, if that's true for cryptocurrency, that's true for literally anything out here in the market. So yes, of course, if everybody stopped believing in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, it did not catch on, then obviously, yes, it will fail. So that point is really a null and void point in my opinion. So what we're going to focus on is, why is it not a bubble? What is it about Bitcoin that makes it not a bubble? Let me just say to the naysayers out there, there are so many of you, you know, and I get it, but just keep in mind, guys, at one point, this phone, this was unheard of, okay? This has evolved. So we had beepers, we had, regular phones, we had pagers, and we had the flip phone. Well, we had the brick phone, and we had the flip phone. Things evolved, and you could not have told the people back in the 60s that you would be able to have a device like this that you can call, go online, you can book airplane trips, you can do everything from your phone, the palm of your hands, that you can do at a regular computer. You guys remember the Jetsons. If anybody's over 35, you will remember the Jetsons cartoon when the father would be able to talk face to face to his wife through the TV. And the reason it was on the Jetsons is because it was unheard of. It was the futuristic thing that we could like smile and say, "Oh, I wonder if that would ever happen one day. Wouldn't that be cool?" Well, how am I able to do this to you right now? The fact that I'm giving you this video right now and I'm not in a network production, I don't have a production company around me, is because we have evolved. So my point is this: as things evolve, there is fear. Fear will always follow progress. So basically, there's always going to be somebody that doesn't understand it, that rather than go ahead and try to learn it and wrap their hands around it and help others, they unintentionally will become the bearer of bad news or the troll. And I don't mean that offensively. If you don't understand Bitcoin and you don't believe in Bitcoin, does that make you a bad person? Absolutely not. I do challenge you and advise you and welcome you to learn about it. Then maybe make a more valid and informed opinion about how you feel about Bitcoin. So I want to read you guys something that is in the Bitcoin.com website. And by the way, Bitcoin has fallen. And when I say fallen, meaning that, has it crashed? No. It went down to what, 11,000 earlier this week or today, either today or yesterday. It fell $10,000 in the last 2 or 3 days. But keep in mind, guys, that Bitcoin's done that 7 times, approximately 7 times in the last 3 months. So usually what Bitcoin does is it goes up. It may take 7 steps forward and 2 steps back. And that was actually said by another YouTuber who I can't remember the name right now, but it was a great example of how, it does. That's what the market does. That's what volatility means. It means that you go up and down. That's the whole point of the chart. So will we fall again? Probably. Will we climb again? Probably. But that's the point of investing. If we all knew that everything we invested in would climb and always be successful, then wouldn't we all be rich? Exactly. So basically we have to think of it like this. There is a chance that anything can fail. And has Bitcoin fallen? Absolutely. Now's the time to buy. Okay, I'm not your advisor, but think about it. It's fallen. Now's the time to buy. Get in there and get some Bitcoin because yes, it will climb back up again. And then it may fall again, but that is the market. So to the people who are not used to investing, even in IPOs, okay, initial public offerings, we talked about that in previous videos. If you don't know what that is, please refer to, I think, the second video I made where I explained IPOs versus ICOs. Initial public offerings of regular stock market shares and companies. Basically, anybody that's familiar with that knows that the market changes. It goes up and it goes down. So people do get scared and they sell, and that's what makes it drop. And they buy, and that's what makes it goes up. So don't look at this as something that's going to explode, but rather look at cryptocurrency and this opportunity to literally invest in something as small with a small chunk. Like I said in another video, hey, the IPOs and shares, you can only buy one whole share. If I want to buy a share of Facebook, like I've said before, I got to buy the whole share. With cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, you can buy $20 worth, okay? Listen to me, people. This is something that's never happened before. This is not something that you can compare to the gold rush, to the .com era. This has never happened, and it's being adopted and adapted by big name companies. As far as I know, I've heard that Overstock.com will be taking Bitcoin. Don't quote me on that, but I did hear that. Other big name companies are joining in. So as far as, like, for instance, one of the altcoins, Electroneum, it's one of my favorites, okay? Electroneum, the McAfee guy from the McAfee security company that protects our computers is rubbing elbows with the founder of Electroneum, Richard Ailes. And so, that's a big thing. These companies are starting to get on board because the ship is sailing, guys. And I said that before. So you can say what you want about it. Think what you want. Your opinion is yours. And we all respect everyone's opinion. But you can stand there and wonder and be scared. Or you can go ahead and do your homework, invest. Just don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Because you take a risk every day. You take a risk when you put money in anything. It doesn't have to be shares. It doesn't have to be any kind of currency. When you go and buy a new appliance at Best Buy or any kind of big name store, you take a risk. You just take for granted. You just assume that the salesman knows what they're talking about. They sell you on a new TV and you buy it. Do you go and do research before? Well, some of us do, but many of us don't. We listen to the sales pitch. They convince us. We put our money up. We buy it. Okay. Unlike Best Buy or any of the stores, at least you can take it back. My point is this, though. The initial reason that you go is because you're trusting. The reason that you buy is because you're trusting what someone said. You know that there is a chance the TV may not work when you get home, but you're willing to take that chance. And chances are it will work. So that's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. And this whole point of this video is to understand, guys, this has never happened. So you make your choice. You know, you can sit back and listen to naysayers, and some of which have very valid points. Am I saying that Bitcoin is not crashable? Absolutely not. But anything is. All I'm saying, guys, do your homework. Don't read every article and believe it just because it's on the internet. I jokingly talk about the interwebs. I say interwebs for a reason. It's hilarious to me the amount of people that take what they read and hear on the internet as face value, as biblical. No, it's your job to do due diligence with your money and your investments to find out what's going on. Ask questions. I don't mind. Put the questions in my comments. If I can answer them, I will. If can't, I'll refer you to who I think may know. But let me just read you something real quick. This comes from Bitcoin.com. And this is an article. I'm just going to read a snippet of it about why Bitcoin is so special. Okay. It says that Bitcoin is special. It is not a company that could lose profitability and fail. It is certainly not a speculative real estate scam that could crumble as a result of government and bank-induced chancery. Bitcoin is another animal, and that is true. Its value is not increasing because of marketplace lies. It is increasing because it is a life-changing financial invention. It is increasing because more people are adopting it. The network effect is in full swing. It is true. Investors are rabid to get on board with this excitement. It's causing Bitcoin's price to explode. But do not confuse this with an artificially inflated bubble based on a false truth. In accordance with the network effect, the more people that continue to get involved with Bitcoin, the higher the price will climb. Okay. It goes on to talk about the basic economics of Bitcoin, the bubble versus technological failures. This is on Bitcoin.com. You're welcome to look it up for yourself. And it is titled Why Bitcoin is Not a Bubble on Bitcoin.com. So like I said, people, take some time and read articles. If you're going to read and talk and listen to people who are naysayers, people who don't understand this, just keep in mind that the people didn't understand the credit cards. People didn't understand credit cards. When credit cards came out in the 50s, you had two cards, the Diners Club and American Express, a form of American Express. I think they made a similar Diners Club card. It wasn't called the American Express card at that time. But in the 1950s is when the credit card came on the scene. And can you imagine the amount of naysayers about a credit card? You're talking about an era when everything was bought in cash or either on credit via your word. You go down to the bakery and you say, hey, can I get a loaf of bread and this and that, and put it on run my tab for my family. Of course, back then your word was your bond, and that's how it works. Well, when the credit card came into play, imagine, of course, there were naysayers. Of course, people were going to say, hey, you're just going to give somebody a card and you think that they're going to pay you. Well, ha ha. And of course, obviously, there probably were people who didn't. But what I'm saying, people, is that things evolve. So I'm going to end this video now and basically just say, do your homework, okay? Do your due diligence when it comes to your money. I do, okay? I can't stress that enough. There will always be people who will talk about it, even on TV, even on Fox Business and other networks like that, where they have professionals, people who are supposed to know. I have watched this stuff and been like, oh my goodness, everything some of them said has been completely false. So again, if you don't understand it, but you still want to invest, or if it's not your thing to try to learn this in detail, find a friend, find a family member who maybe is a little bit more into it than you. You can't obviously use them as your financial advisor. I wouldn't advise that, but definitely get to know what this stuff. Again, like I said before, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. There are some links down there if you want to get some more information. I invite you to start with Coinbase via my link. I'd appreciate it if you use my referral link to join Coinbase, which will be the exchange that you would use to start buying your Bitcoin for now. Okay, everybody, I want to say happy holidays again. Thank you for joining me on this video, and please like and subscribe. Happy holidays and have a great evening.